Welcome to episode 4. Right now, your page works, but it doesn't look like how we developers structure things. There's a difference between making something work and building it properly. Structure is what separates the two. So far, Ember and Bean has content and navigation, but everything is just placed inside the page. Today, we will structure it like a real website using header, main, and footer. The first thing we need to do today is starting with the header, whereby we are going to put our navigations inside our header. So you press enter, then we type header, then inside our header we can just copy our navigation, Ctrl X to cut, then Ctrl V to paste. After that, we can also take our H1 and also paste it in our header. Ctrl X, then above the navigation we paste in our H1. Now when we talk about the header itself, this is where your header, which holds your identity and your navigation. Think of it like the entrance of your cafe, the name and the directions which people follows. Then the next step is the main. When we talk about the main, this is where everything important lives. Inside here, we now use what we call the sections to group related content, like different areas which is inside our cafe. So in this aspect, we will be creating our section 1 and section 2. So we start the first part, which is section. So the first section will be having H2, so we just type welcome to Ember and Bean. After typing our H2, we can as well go back. We copy everything here. Ctrl X to cut, then Ctrl V to paste. Here our first section is ready, so we can just copy everything from the first section. Ctrl C to copy, then we give it a 2-line, then we paste for section 2. So what do we do in our section 2? We make our section 2 about us. About us. Then inside our P tag, we can change everything here to something different. So here we just write, we create a calm space for coffee, for coffee lovers. Yeah, that was cool. And let's say creative minds. So you can choose whatever you want to use. So mine here is creative minds, and after which we are done with the main. Here we have the main. Then we also talked about the main. So for the next one, which is the footer, we'll talk about the footer. The footer is the closing part of our website. It's simple but very much important. So inside our footer, we'll just be adding our P tag. So inside our P tag, we'll be using maybe a copyright, let's say copyright 2026 Ember and Bean, for us to get our copyright symbol. So you can simply hold alternate, then type 0169, and here we have our copyrights, then 2026 Ember and Bean. So we might be wondering, what do we do about the image? So we just have to highlight the image, then we Ctrl X to cut, then we can place our image in between our sections. So we can place it here. I think that's okay. So after organizing our contents, we can simply Ctrl X to save. Then we go live to our browser to see what we have implemented so far. So here we can see at the very top here, we have our H1, which is Ember and Bean. Then we also have here our navigation sections for the home, the about, the menu, and the contacts. So we also have here, which is the welcome to Ember and Bean. Then we also have our peak tag. We talk about the our modern cafe and the comfort with creativity. Here we have our image, which is in between the sections, and here we also have the about us, which is the section 2, and what we create. And lastly, we have here, which is our footer. So one thing we need to know is that the moment you start organizing your work properly, everything becomes clearer, not just for others, but for you too. Did you structure your page using header, main, and footer, or are you still using the sections only? Let me know in the comment section. Remember, growth shows in how we organize what we do, not just what we build. Next, we will build the menu using list so Ember and Bean can start feeling complete. See you in the next episode. I am the Luminous.